Good evening. Good evening. This is Kilo 4, Papa Echo Whiskey. Net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Fine business. If there is any emergency or priority traffic, please break right in, but I prefer you call 911 first. Net may be broken at any time for an emergency. For information on this net, you want to see our website at 146415.net. It's 146415.net. And you can see our Yahoo group at MJ_SS, or you can send me an email at Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. And last but not least, you can, that's it. Those are the ways. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night on this frequency, of course, 146.415 FM Simplex. The purpose of the net is to support and train ham radio operators for emergency communications and hopefully have some fun doing it. We invite everyone to use the net to announce amateur radio events, activities, and training in support of the city of Mount Juliet and the local community. It's a directed net, and all traffic should be coordinated by net control. Is there anyone with announcements? Nothing heard. Well, first of all, I'll announce that we have the YouTube feed going on right now. And you can look that up under my call sign, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, in the YouTube search block. That's one way to do it, or you can look up Brain Trusts, which is BRAINTRUSTS channel. That'll also get you there, but you won't miss it because it's my picture with the day I got married with me and my wife were in the picture. So you won't miss it. And the last, I think the last announcement I have is the July 28th Ham Quest at the Lebanon Fairgrounds, the Wilson County Fairgrounds. You want to make sure you don't want to miss that. It's an all-day event. Starts, I believe, at 8 o'clock, but we'll be sending out reminders, and I'll give you an update as that day approaches. Any other announcements? All righty, well then we'll just start taking check-ins. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Net for May 16th, 2018. I'm the first one in there. Okay, let's start over on the west again. West of Mount Juliet Road, please come now.
KJ4AXQ.
Should be over taking care of your father, man. How you doing, Daryl?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Sound good. Anybody else on the live feed? Only have 2 people watching. I'm not very popular. So how's that new antenna working out for you, Daryl?
I had to take it down. It was a little too tall. It was torquing my tower, whatever, the flagpole thing I was using. I didn't want to put guy wires up.
It is one tall antenna, I'll give you that. You do have to have a little accommodation for it. I'm sure you'll get back to it, though. Okay, appreciate you being in there, Daryl. That was Daryl, KJ4AXQ, in the more north in Mount Juliet than I am, northwest of me, just a little bit. Very good, Daryl. Who else west of Mount Juliet Road?
W4AWE, John Bellevue.
Good evening, John. How are you tonight?
Real good. By the way, I've been away from email. I will send you an updated email after the net, so you'll have it to send me that profile.
Oh, yeah, very good. I will get that to you. Yeah, that's a Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo over in Bellevue. You sound good tonight, John.
So do you. Coming in great over here.
Yeah, very good. Well, it's kind of easy for me, unfortunately, with that antenna, but I appreciate the kind words about the signal quality. All right. Thanks, John. Appreciate you being there. And yeah, look forward to that email. Who else west of Mount Juliet Road? Please come now.
KM4YRF.
Hey, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Kind of getting used to this live feed, even though I probably need a makeup person.
Well, I watched the live feed for the first time last week, and I was really, really impressed.
Okay, you're too kind. Make sure to leave a note on the comment section. I don't know how impressive. I'm wearing my headset today, so it looks even I don't know, more impressed, I guess. Very expensive Heil headset here. I like it though. The only problem is I can't hear myself as well. I only hear myself inside my own head. It's not like it feeds my own ears, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of awkward sometimes. Well, I'm taking up enough of your time, so I'll turn it back to the net.
Very good, Mike. That was Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot in East Nashville. Who else west of Mount Juliet? Anybody else west of Mount Juliet? All right, we'll move around to the south. South of 40, please come in.
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
May had a double in there, but all I heard was Larry. How you doing tonight, Larry? You sound great.
Doing good, Paul. Like that blue shirt you got on.
Yeah, my wife, my mother accidentally put it on. She thought it was hers. She's 90. I didn't see her in it, and my wife said she looked like a ill-fitting bowling shirt on a 90-year-old.
I thought maybe you went to a makeup artist.
No makeup artist here. I haven't shaved in I think since Sunday. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter when you're retired, though, does it, Larry?
No, that's a good thing. All right, let you get on with it, man. You boys love me.
Yeah, very good. Appreciate you being there, Larry. That's Larry, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, and he's in Rockvale, almost due south of me, about 30 miles. Got a nice signal. Who else south of 40, please come in? Hello, it's Michael. How you doing? I was writing it down and talking at the same time. How you doing, Mike?
Oh, pretty good. Just trading out radios in my vehicle, trying to put my 857 in.
You can come over and install mine as well. I still haven't gotten around to putting that in my car.
I'm looking at it. I'm worried about all the extra buttons and bells.
Well, over and above the simplicity your other radio, I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's not too bad once you get used to it. I'm sure you've used it before.
I've been using it just a little more with those bells that I'm used to with.
Yeah, once you have the keys memorized on that, and some of them you almost never use the buttons. Once you have it set up, it's pretty easy to use. I'm looking at one over here on my left here. So. All right, Mike, you sound good. You must be on the handheld.
I am with the vertical antenna.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. So you got a nice clear audio. The signal's just a little low, that's all. Obviously, since you're only on 4 or 5 watts at about 6 miles.
Thank you much. Back to net, everyone, MDJ.
Yeah, very good, Mike. That's November 1, Mike Delta Juliet, and he's over in the east of Providence, south of 40. Anyone else south of Florida?
Kilo India, Whiskey 1, Kilo Oscar Mike.
Hold on, Oscar Mike. I heard Kilo. Who did I find here in there? I heard David. That's who I heard in there. How you doing, Dave?
Oh, I'm doing very well, Mr. Paul. How about yourself there?
I'm doing fantastic. I've got a monster crowd of 4 people on the watching the live feed. I feel so honored.
Well, hey, you keep it up, baby Bob. You just keep it up. You hear me?
Well, I'm wearing the Heil. Everybody who's watching the Heil Pro headset here. Somewhere it says Heil on it. Oh, there it is. It's on the top of the hat here. Yeah, it's you have to make sure that you don't show that too much, or not Yahoo, but YouTube takes exception to you promoting products. They think you're getting paid for it. So you sound good though tonight, Dave.
Okay, that's a medium power. Well, what you do is you turn your head sideways, and then every now and then just look to your left or right, whichever way that'll show it off. Have a good one. Appreciate what you do, sir.
Yeah, very good, Dave. That's Kilo 1. Man, I even got that wrong. Kilo 1 November Delta November. Did I get that right, Dave?
Kilo India 4 November Delta November.
There you go. I was getting very confused there on what I was writing versus what I was reading. Kilo India 4 November Delta November Dave, and he is in Reedyville. Thanks for being there, Dave, and thanks for correcting my feeble brain. Apparently the headphones are on too tight. Who else we have? Up to 6 people on that. 7 people. Wow, I'm popular. I sent out a little reminder to everybody just before the web started on the email with the link to the video. That's what it was. I hadn't done that before. All right, who else south of 40? Please come now.
Whiskey 1 Kilo Oscar Mike, Glenn.
Hey, Glenn, that's what messed me up. I had started to write your call, and then Dave gave me mine, and I stayed on your call, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't remember his call. That's funny. Glenn, Whiskey 1 Kilo Delta Mike. Forgive me if you've checked in before, but what's your location?
I'm over here by like Bell Road, Murfreesboro Road area, Hazel Lake.
Ah, okay, very good. Your signal sounds pretty good. What kind of antenna and power are you using?
I'm on 25 watts. I've got a Comet. I don't remember the model, but it's a Comet antenna up on the roof.
Yeah, no, it's a good quality signal. It's like you're probably 20 over to me on the scale on my little. Well, the display doesn't tell me much other than it's over, 20 over S9 or so, I believe. But yeah, you sound great, Glenn.
Great. Yeah, I didn't realize you had a live feed. I just found it. But yeah, so I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah. Hey, did you figure out where it was? Okay.
Yeah, I found it. Once you mentioned YouTube, I know where to look.
Okay, very good. Yeah, if I didn't realize somebody had told me you could find it by looking at my call, but I didn't try that until today. I just presumed other people were doing it okay, and it comes right up on top when you put in K4 PEW. Anyway, Glenn, appreciate you being here. That's Glenn, Whiskey 1 Kilo. Oh man, that's Kilo Delta Mike. Can't read my writing.
Kilo Oscar Mike.
Okay. See, that's right. Terrible. I got to pay more attention to my writing skills here. All right, sorry about that, Glenn. That's Whiskey 1 Kilo Oscar Mike, and he's over on Bell Road, south of 40. Who else south of 40? Please come now.
K1SPD.
Hello, Scott. Sound good.
Thank you. Live feed is funny. You need to wave at us every now and then.
Yeah, way. Look how big my hand is. It's bigger than my head. Scott, you're doing fine okay tonight?
Oh, yeah. I like the 3-second delay. That's good.
Yeah, it's like an old Japanese movie.
All right. Carry on. K1SPD.
Yeah, very good. But you can hear, everybody is able to hear. Scott, are you able to hear the other people on the audio?
No, I haven't figured out my sound card on this machine upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, join the club. Everything seems to be a battle sometimes on PCs or laptops for that matter, especially on laptops. In fact, I had a friend of mine tell me one time, it's way long time ago, this is almost 30 years ago, not quite, but he says, I'm thinking about getting a laptop. I said, if you value your marriage and your life and free time, do not buy one.
Oh, I agree. I had to wait for my son to come into town to do all my fixes. That or he can do it all remotely for me mostly. All right, K1SPD.
Yeah, very good, Scott. That's Scott, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta in Laverne. Who else south of 40? Anybody else south of Interstate 40 in Tennessee, Middle Tennessee? We'll accept anything in Georgia, Mississippi, or Alabama. All righty, well, then we'll move over on to the east of Mount Juliet Road. Please come now.
WA4ZHI. November 4, November Yankee Alpha. Good evening.
Very good, November Yankee Alpha. Let me take James first. James, you sound good tonight.
Thank you. I heard Daryl, and I heard Glenn, and I heard you.
Don't mind me. I was just looking at my log sheet here. I was trying to figure out who's who here. But Dale, what's your call again, please? I was looking for it, and I only wrote down the last 3 digits.
No problem. It's November 4, November Yankee Alpha.
Very good. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, James again. James, good signal tonight from Central Mount Juliet there, east of the library. Appreciate you being there. And Dale, good to hear you again. You sound an excellent signal as always.
Thanks very much.
We'll announce again that Dale is looking for people for the Aries group out of Lebanon to also hopefully help in the WEMA, the Wilson Emergency Management Agency there. So if you need any, if you'd like to get involved in the Aries thing, contact Dale. And Dale, your email again?
The email is n4nya@arrl.org.
Okay, very simple. It's November 4, November Yankee Alpha at arrl.org or NET.
I think it's ORG.
Okay, so I'll make sure because mine's NET.
Okay, let's go with that then. You're probably right.
Well, I corrected somebody on that many years ago thinking that it was ORG. And he says, no, it's NET. And I said, okay, fine. And I look out on my own and I said, oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. For some reason, the people in the organization, it's ORG, and all this other schmucks who are, using the forwarding system, it's NET. Anyway, Dale, appreciate you being there and keep up the good work over in WEMA. Who else east of Mount Juliet Road? Please come up.
W4EBX.
All righty, Eddie. Sound good. Never did figure. Nobody. Eddie's still looking for a tower climber for a fee.
That's right. We'll pay. Hope everybody's doing okay tonight. And I think they've got one more class up at the library tomorrow night on natural disasters, which would be a pretty good thing if anybody's interested in a presentation on that. Starts at 6:30. W4EBX.
They're not covering my first two marriages, are they?
Well, I didn't think it could be it could cover that kind of stuff.
Eddie was just reminding, he'd sent out a reminder on the email that they're having a class at the library here in Mount Juliet on the natural disasters and how to deal with them. And what time was that again? And that was what day was that? Thursday?
Yeah, it's tomorrow night at 6:30. It's a very good presentation. This man did weather last week. He's very good at what he does.
Fantastic. And it's the Mount Juliet Public Library there on Mount Juliet Road, right almost at the top of the hill there in Mount Juliet on Mount Juliet Road. It's Thursday, 6:30 p.m. and it's a class on natural disasters and how to deal with them. And Eddie gives it a high five for a good presentation. Who else east of Mount Juliet Road?
Kilo Nancy 4, Lima X-Ray Hotel. Handle is Jimmy. I'm on the east side of Mount Juliet.
Ah, very good. I don't think you've checked in before. And the first name again was, I'm sorry.
Handle here is Jimmy.
All right, Jimmy. And that was Kilo November 4. I have to look at my own writing. Kilo November 4, Lima Echo Hotel, correct?
That's Lima X-Ray Hotel.
Ah, very good. Appreciate the correction there. Very good. What kind of equipment you're running there, Jimmy?
Well, I just bought a Yaesu FT991A, and I'm still trying to figure the thing out. And I also got one of those Chinese HTs, Baofeng or something like that, or I don't know what the name is. And I'm still trying to figure that
out. Yeah, that's half the battle in ham radio is figuring out the software and how they all work. But I can't help you with the 991. And Yaesu, I'm presuming you bought somebody's software to program it, maybe?
Well, I've got RT Systems software in my laptop here, but I'm having a problem getting it to communicate properly because when I plug in the USB plug, the sound on the laptop goes silent.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I certainly can't help you there. The 991 is completely foreign to me, but the Baofeng, yeah, they're not too bad to program if you're using that chirp program.
Yeah, I downloaded that a couple of days ago, but still haven't gotten to that yet. I'm still trying to figure out the main deal here.
No, that 991 is a very nice radio. It's what replaced the Yaesu's FT8 97, which I have one sitting here in front of me.
Oh, good deal. Well, I didn't know this net even existed until a few days ago, and I heard somebody say something about it, I believe. But I just got my license about a month ago. I qualify for the senior discount everywhere I go, so I'm not a young person. And I've been listening to ham bands for decades now, but just got my license about a month ago.
Well, congratulations and welcome to the hobby/service. It's I don't know what I do with my free time before. Well, I know what I do with some of my free time on PCs and laptops, but the free time I use on ham radio and doing this is a lot of fun. I find it to be a lot of fun anyway. Even just dealing with the technical side of the stuff can be fun, and the challenges of like getting your problems resolved on 991. But no, I understand that's a very nice radio, that 991. I'd love to have one, but I have 3 working HF rigs. Like, it's hard for me to justify buying another radio.
Great.
Okay, go ahead. Did I hear somebody break, or was that Jimmy?
Yeah, it's break. This is in 4NYA. I just wanted to ask the gentleman, is having trouble with his RT systems. What exactly happens when you try to connect?
This is a Kilo Nancy 4 Lima X-ray Hotel. It will program the radio. At least I think that's what it did. I'm going to have to verify that. But the problem is when I plug in the USB cord into the laptop, I can't get any sound out of the laptop. It just goes silent.
Okay, so when you plug it into the laptop, then that's where the problem is.
Yeah, that's correct.
Sounds like a driver issue. Good chance it's a driver. Sometimes you can unplug it, plug it back in, and it'll see it, and then go out and download the driver software for that particular cable. That's one possibility.
Okay, I'll give that a try. I'll just delete the current driver and plug the cable back in and see if it goes looking for a driver for it. Maybe that'll work.
Okay, one other thing to try too is go out to the RT Systems website, see if they've got, I think they used to have this, but see if they've got a USB driver. If you do, you might want to download that. That'll probably help you out big time.
Okay, I'll give that a try. I'm also going to try moving the COM ports around, see if that makes a difference, because there's obviously some sort of conflict with the the audio COM ports on the laptop.
Okay, fine business. Well, I'm going to get out of the way. Turn it back over to Net Control at 4NYA. Good evening.
Very good. I hope that fixed you. Well, I hope it points you in the right direction there, Jimmy. Appreciate the help on that, Dale. Good, and it's good to have an excellent signal. Of course, you're right down the road from, I think, in Mount Juliet. Where is that in Mount Juliet?
I'm on the east side of Mount Juliet, about 2 blocks north of the high school.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're just about maybe 4 miles from me or so. What kind of antenna are you using there?
Last weekend I built a 4-element Yagi, and I've got it on about a 20-foot mast right now.
Oh, well, it's doing great. It's doing fantastic. I presume you're pointing it in my direction.
Actually, it's probably southeast.
Okay, well, it's probably, well, you said it's a 4-element, did you?
Roger, 4-element.
Yeah, very good. No, it's doing a fine job for you, though. If you were pointing right at me, it might hurt my ears. All right, appreciate it, Jimmy. Appreciate you being here. I'm glad you found the net. We've got somebody else who's listening up in North End. I'm hoping he comes in, but he's limited to very low power and very bad antenna. He talked to me earlier today from his work location. All right. By the way, Jimmy, where'd you hear the net about? Where'd you hear that from?
I was monitoring the band a couple of days ago, and somebody, I'm not sure who it was, mentioned they were going to have a net this evening at 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay, very good. Appreciate the interest, and I appreciate you being there. We think Simplex is kind of special for the obvious reason. Anybody can buy a Bofang and hit the big repeaters around town. It's a little more work to get a Yagi up or get a nice vertical up and get it high enough up so you can talk simplex over greater distances. Anyway, who else? East of Mount Juliet Road, please go on.
CE4TW.
Hey, Wes, you sound pretty good tonight, but maybe it's because I have my headset on.
You're pretty weak, actually. I can hear the guy by the house go unbelievably. Well, I guess he's got that beam pointed my way. But I can hear him.
Yeah, very good. No, like I said, your signal is above average tonight. And it's interesting that you can hear him well. But then again, he said he's got a beam kind of pointed in your direction.
Yeah. But anyway, you can hear me. Nice to have you on. I'm sure he'll hear me going to and from work. Consider I work right there. All right, KE4TW.
Yeah, very good, Wes. Appreciate you being there. And that's Wes. He's in just a little bit north of Watertown in a somewhat compromised location behind a couple of hills. But he's on a tower and he's got a Yagi kind of pointed in our direction. Who else east of Mount Juliet Road? Well, then we'll move around to the north. North of Lebanon Road, north of Division Street. Please come now.
J4RBQ.
Hey, Brent, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good, Paul. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, I think. I look at the live feed, though, and I don't look so good.
Yeah, nobody looks good on those cameras.
Well, this one's better than most, but everybody has an image of what they think they look like, and then there's the reality, and then there's what it looks like on TV, and it's like they say TV or on a video, and it says it adds 15 pounds, and you say, well, how many cameras are actually on you?
Yeah, I love it. I go from a second 10 to a third 10 when I'm on the television.
Well, I see. That's what I feel like here. That's what I feel like here with the picture there. Even if I lost weight, I think I'd have the chin. So, all right, good to have you in there, Brent. That's Brent, Kilo 4 Romeo. I can't think of the words. Kilo 4 Romeo, Bravo, Quebec, and he's in northwest of Mount Juliet. I got that right, didn't I, Brent?
Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor, Quebec.
I did that again, didn't I? Sorry about that. I keep doing that messed up. I'm going to put a permanent marker here under your name here. It's Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor, Quebec. That's because you didn't check in last week. That's why I didn't remember.
Okay, I've heard that excuse before.
I know, too many times. That's for certain. I must be dyslexic, a dyslexic ham. All right, Brett, appreciate you being there. And you do have a good signal. Who else north of Mount Juliet Road? Please come down.
Whiskey Delta 4 Bravo Whiskey Charlie.
Hey, that must be Jeff. You sound good, Jeff. Aside from that hum again, but it's a livable hum.
Yeah, one day I'll clear that up.
Yeah, that's all right. No, you're doing fine. I mean, if that's your only problem getting out, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Sound great tonight.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's I got a questionable signal report from Wes down there in Watertown, but again, he's in an awkward location, and sometimes he's good to me or bad to me, and sometimes I'm good to him or bad to him. Appreciate you being there, Jeff. By the way, that's Whiskey Delta 4 Bravo Whiskey Charlie. That's Jeff, and he's in the northwest part of Wilson County as well. Who else north of Mount Juliet, north of Lebanon Road?
Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo.
Sounds good. Which antenna you on tonight there, Frank?
Just the indoor arrow on 5 watts.
Man, I'm telling you, I think we got a conduit between you and me because your signal is very loud to me, even on 5 watts.
You already didn't try it. I should try it when you continue on. Usually I can hear you with the coax unplugged.
That's funny. Must be just something converges right on top of this, between you and me, because it really is on 5 watts. That's killer. And it's on the indoor antenna.
Correct, indoor antenna. It was in the attic, but it's indoor.
Oh, no, I got you. No, it's just good. I'll have to check out that path between you and me. Is your address okay on QRZ?
Yeah, it's perfect. Yep.
Okay, I'll take a look. All right. By the way, that's Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo, and he's up also in the northwest part of Wilson County. Who else north of Lebanon Road, north of Division Street?
W4DBV.
another one up there in the hinterlands up there. How you doing tonight, Brian?
Not too bad, not too bad. Your audio is noticeably lighter, a little thin, but your F meter readings about the same. So it's funny how power seems to enhance audio. I don't really understand FM. I just push a button and it works. W4DTV.
Well, keep in mind that this Heil microphone and headset is very nice. It has to be. It's very expensive. The other microphone I use, that the Kenwood MC60, I believe it is. It is the MC60 has a preamp on it. So that I think that makes a dramatic difference between this microphone and that microphone.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind hearing it with a little more audio. The S meter reading's about the same, 5 or 50 watts or whatever you're running. So, I don't know a lot about driving these things. But anyway, well, good to hear everybody. I heard RKK, I heard BWC, I heard RDQ, and I heard Jimmy, our new fellow, KF4LXH. And he's actually a good ways away, so I'm surprised to hear him. So anyway, I'm copying a few people from down in the hole, but nobody south of 40. And I did not hear anybody, out Nashville way. W40TV.
Yeah, very good, Brian. Appreciate those signal reports for those you can hear. Brian's hearing a lot of people in the northern sector, north of 40, but almost nobody from south of 40. He's in a compromised situation, kind of in a hole, and he's working out of a very nice antenna, but up in his attic. So, because of just problems with where he's at. Who else? Excuse me, north of Lebanon Road.
I'm actually south at the moment, but KI4SIB.
All right, we'll do a relay for you. How's that, Richard? You're doing good. I think you're up there eating dinner with your family. I think.
We have just walked out of the restaurant, and I just want to get in there and give you a number and say hello to everybody, because I don't come with nobody but you can hear me. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, sir.
Very good. That was Richard. Which handheld are you on, Richard? You just bought a new one. Is that it?
No, actually, this is the Bowbang. I had it on my belt, and I just hollered on it.
Yeah, very good. That's the beauty of Simplex. You don't have to learn how to program your new radio.
Exactly. Although the other one's already programmed.
I got you. Yeah, very good. Richard just bought a new Yaesu handheld. We were trying it out earlier in the evening. It sounds good, but it sounds just about the same as a Bowfang from a couple 3 miles away. All righty. Who else north of? By the way, Richard was in Providence. If you're north of 40, you wouldn't hear him very well on 5 watts anyway. Who else north of 40? Please come. North of Lebanon Road. Please come in. Nobody else. Okay, late check-ins, please come now. Any late check-ins?
How late?
Well, I don't know. As late as until I quit, and it's only 8:33.
KG4S, what's going on, Paul? Alpha Charlie 9 India Mike.
Yeah, hold on, India Mike. I had Charles in there. KG4 Sierra Foxtrot. Charles, glad to hear you in there. You must be back from your trip.
Yeah, I'm actually taking the week off to try and get a break here. I'm leaving back up Monday. I'm hearing static on the radio here. I know. I just seen some lighting. I was climbing the tower just a second ago, working on my antenna again because I had it up there, and every time I touch it, it falls. And so it's so frustrating. Anyways, I saw that lightning. I was like, yeah, I'm getting back down off the tower.
Yeah, you don't need to be on any tower or out on the roof, especially in a lightning storm. I've been hit by lightning, a little tiny portion of it one time, so I don't advise it. It's not a good idea. But you are getting some storming up there coming in, up in that north area?
It's actually in the south.
Oh, it's coming from the south. Okay. And by the way, that's Kilo Golf 4, Sierra Foxtrot, Charles, and he's up. You're still in Cottontown, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Glad to hear you in there, Charles. I hope you get your antenna squared away. Steve, how are you doing tonight? That's Alpha Charlie 9 India Mike in Scottsville, Kentucky, that is.
Yeah, there you go. I could not hear him in Cottontown. I was surprised. Well, I can hear myself. I'm one of the 7 people that got plugged in there. That's kind of scary hearing my own voice, but there's about got an idea for you. Have a split picture on YouTube. Have one half of you and the other half of the radio, so we can see what you're seeing on your indicator. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea. And what I'd like to do, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it yet, because my my Yaesu has the external LDG, and I'm not sure I can do that without causing feedback on two different radios, So I'm not sure what I got to do about that. I have thought about it. I thought it'd be a great idea so people can see their signals on an S meter.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we'll have one camera feed where there's no audio whatsoever connected, so that would eliminate the feedback problem, right?
I believe you're right, but I still got to think about that. The other problem is, what was that other problem? I'm not sure how to do a split screen on the YouTube.
Alrighty, Paul. Well, about time to take a shower. Actually, I had to do some work, cut some grass, so I wonder how many people can hear me. Who knows? I'll catch everybody later. Alpha Charlie 9 India Mike.
Well, I don't know. Your signal is really, it's one of the best I've heard in a long time from you, Steve. It sounds great. Conditions must be excellent.
Here's Steve. You're sounding great in Watertown. KU4 did you?
Copy that, Steve. You're being copied down in Watertown.
Oh, yeah. Conditions are enhanced, I know, so I'm hearing quite a few people, and that'll work.
Yeah, very good. Glad to hear you in there, Steve. That was Alpha Charlie 9 India Mike in Scottsville, Kentucky, with a great signal tonight. Who else? North? Eddie, late check-ins. That's what we're taking. Late check-ins. Please come in. Yeah, I got to figure out how to do that. The showing an S meter, decent S meter at the same time. Maybe just show me instead of the. That's what it is. Show me. I mean, show the S meter instead of me. That'd be great. All right. Any other late check-ins? Please come in. Then we shall move on to the lurkers, lollygaggers, sandbaggers, and scanner listeners. No worries if you have mic fright. Please come now. One last chance. All righty, then we'll begin. Procrastinators come in sometime after midnight if I'm here, or anytime tomorrow, or before the next net. And I get to be the arbiter of whether it's an early check-in for Saturday or a late check-in for Wednesday. All righty, well, I'll close on that. I'll give you one last chance on late check-ins, lollygaggers, sandbaggers, lurkers, or scanner listeners. One more time. Is that Zulu Golf Yankee?
That is correct.
Hit me with that call one more time.
Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee.
Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. I wasn't putting the name and the voice together. That's Ed, Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee, and he's in Shelbyville, just on the fringe of me. But how big is that beam again, that Yagi?
13 L, but I don't know if it's on you or not. I don't have the signal I usually have. I just got out from church and turned it on and just turned to take down the signal and heard you in here.
Well, very good. I appreciate you making the effort there, Ed. He's got I believe, a 13 element beam pointed apparently in my direction, or reasonably in that direction. And he's in Shelbyville, which is really on the fringe for me. And that's Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee. Thanks for being there, Ed. Appreciate the effort.
Thank you. Do a good job. In case you make it next week. Any more things you like that?
Yeah, very good. We caught the late check-in before the procrastinators had to wait until later or tomorrow. Anybody else, please come now. Well, very good. We'll close the net. And don't forget, I'll show you something here so you don't forget. That's the, remember, you can look at the, see, it's backwards to me. It looks like it's scribble, but it's 146.415.net if you want to look us up on the website. Not that everyone here needs to see it, but maybe some newcomers do. 146.415.net, and you can see just some fun information about the net and who we are and what we've been doing. And this is our 3 years and 8 months worth of twice weekly nets, except for the time I was in the hospital. And I appreciate the guys who took over for me. And everybody have a great night. We had 8 people, I guess 8. I don't know if that's 8 total or 8 now. I think it's 8 now. And some more. I see those things later. And somebody even gave me a thumbs up. Cool. All right. You guys have a great night. I'm gonna kill the net. No, we do 73s and we're closing the net. Have a great one, guys. I gotta look right at the camera. How's that? Because normally I'm looking down here somewhere. All right. Have a great night, and appreciate you guys being here. K4PW.